Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at noon.
We're following some breaking news for you this noon. President-elect Donald Trump touched down in the nation's capital this morning and made his way to the White House to begin the transition from one administration to the next. Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kyle Bosch. Trump and President Barack Obama were political rivals during the election. Today's meeting is their first public showing of a smooth transition of power after a rancorous campaign. Craig Boswell is at the White House with the story.
President-elect Donald Trump and his wife Melania arrived at the White House to begin his transition as the new president. Trump and President Obama met in the Oval Office to discuss how the two can work together towards a peaceful transfer of power. The two men have often been on opposing sides, but set their differences aside for today.
Now this is about governing and leading the nation and the world. And they have a lot more important things to talk about than slights, real or perceived, in the past.
First Lady Michelle Obama also hosted future First Lady Melania Trump in a private meeting. President-elect Trump says he wants to hit the ground running in his new role. He's meeting with House Speaker Paul Ryan on the Hill. The two were at odds during Trump's campaign, but now they'll have to work together.
We will work hand in hand on a positive agenda to tackle this country's big challenges.
One of the first items on the Republican agenda is to repeal and replace Obamacare.
Every single Republican thought Obamacare was a mistake.
Other GOP priorities include passing comprehensive tax reform and appointing a conservative justice to the Supreme Court. Craig Boswell, CBS News, the White House.
House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi says there are items that she can work with President-elect Trump on, including a bill to create jobs by working on the nation's infrastructure. Well, not everyone is over the shock of Tuesday's election. Thousands of anti-Trump demonstrators marched around the country overnight, voicing their outrage over the election of Donald Trump. Protesters carried banners and disrupted traffic in nearly 40 cities across the nation, including Minnesota's capital city. Things did turn ugly, however, in a few places, including Richmond, Virginia, where vandals damaged the Jefferson Monument. Someone spray-painted anti-Trump messages on it and vulgar language on another monument. Well, as we mentioned, we're still seeing plenty of sunshine, though a little bit more wind than we have had in the last few days. Let's check in now with meteorologist Lisa Green for a first look at our Thursday afternoon forecast.
Yeah, wind is certainly going to be a factor for you today. However, our temperatures are nice and mild, maybe not quite as warm as we have been recently. We're seeing those temperatures that are in the basically in the 50s, but a couple of spots have hit the 60s, including Fargo-Moorhead. We did end up making it to 60 degrees today. So doing all right here in the valley. In addition to that, again, that wind is a bit of an issue. We're seeing those wind speeds gusting into the 30s, a 35-mile-per-hour gust out of the north in Fargo, and a 31-mile-per-hour gust out of the north as well in Grand Forks. Expect 32 in Thief River Falls, so some strong wind gusts in addition to those milder temperatures. Clear here in the valley and in the tri-state area, and through the rest of the afternoon, expect temperatures to make the upper 50s to, again, 60 degrees before they start to drop. We'll have more on what you can expect for the rest of the week and the weekend as well coming up.
Still pretty nice for November. Gotta say that. All right, Lisa, thank you very much. Fargo police are trying to determine if two incidents involving guns are related, but they're not getting a lot of cooperation from the victims. Officers were called about an armed robbery in the 1400 block of Oak Manor Avenue in South Fargo around 7:30 last night. A woman says she was confronted by two black men. One of them had a gun. She told police that they stole money from her purse, then ran off. Now, just before responding to that call, police got a report of a man with a gun in the 2600 block of 14th Street South in Fargo, just a few blocks away. So far, no one has been arrested. A man who says he was attacked with a baseball bat doesn't believe police are doing enough to help him. Jack Bachirai contacted our whistleblower hotline and told us that he was beaten up in a gas station parking lot along 13th Avenue South in Fargo. He was in the ICU and filled out a police report with the names of his attackers. But he says Fargo cops aren't doing anything about it.
You know, we're scared to leave the house. We're scared to go to stores, you know. We're scared to go anywhere because we're scared to know that we're going to end up with them.
Now, Fargo police tell Valley News Live that they are investigating this case. A man could face up to 30 years in prison if convicted in a disturbing case of alleged child abuse in northwestern Minnesota. 37-year-old Jeremy Jurdy of McIntosh has been charged with first-degree criminal sexual conduct. A teenage victim told authorities Jurdy had sex with him numerous times, and at times he would get him drunk so he wouldn't remember what happened. A Twin Cities high school is investigating a racially charged vandalism incident that referenced President-elect Donald Trump. The words Trump, whites only, white America, and a more vulgar message were all written on a bathroom door. School officials confirmed that the picture posted to social media yesterday is real and that they are horrified by it. They say they are taking steps to find out who wrote it and support students and staff upset by the vandalism. Bemidji State University's head football coach is out of a job. The Star Tribune reports Jeff Tesh had been on paid administrative leave since August after allegedly using a racial slur during practice. Tesh released a statement thanking his players, assistants, and the community for its support during his 2 decades as head coach. The Bemidji State Faculty Association says it plans to file a grievance over Tesh's firing. Well, a lot of people are wondering if North Dakota Congressman Kevin Cramer will be going to work for President-elect Donald Trump. Cramer developed a close friendship with Trump over the summer and was Trump's campaign advisor on energy policy. Now he's being mentioned as a possible pick for energy secretary. Cramer tells Valley News Live he is flattered by the rumors, but his intentions are to remain as North Dakota's lone congressman. Veterans Day is tomorrow, and there are a number of events happening around the area. In Fargo, there'll be a ceremony on the plaza at Veterans Memorial Bridge at 9 a.m., then a parade through downtown starting at 10:30. The parade will end up at the Fargo Civic Center for a flag ceremony at 11. That's followed by a program inside the Civic. Well, in our consumer alert for you, a couple of car recalls we want to tell you about. Volvo is recalling 74,000 vehicles in the U.S. to fix a problem with the front passenger seatbelt. The recall covers certain 2016 and 2017 S60, S90, V60, XC60, and XC90 vehicles. Volvo says that the seatbelt may not hold a passenger in a crash. And Mitsubishi is recalling 2 SUV models to fix problems that could cause the windshield wipers to stop working. One recall covers Outlanders from 2007 to 2013. The other involves Outlander Sport models made from 2011 to 2015. Dealers will be fixing the problems, but there has been no starting date set yet for either recall.
I'm going to attempt to do these little hairs, but at the same time keeping good distance from her face. It says getting started.
Maybe you've seen it on TV, a hairbrush that is supposed to reduce frizz and straighten your hair all in one, but does it really work? Well, the Simply Straight is an as seen on TV product that says it'll help women style their hair faster. And tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10, we're putting the Simply Straight to the test to find out if it's really worth your hard-earned money.